Hi everybody, I'm back again with another video. This is going to be a two-part video. They're not going to be too long. It's just an update on my Star Wars collection to date by Hot Toys. The first one we see here is going to be obviously Darth Vader and the Sandtrooper. And the video to follow this in a day or so will be Luke Skywalker and the sideshow R2-D2 deluxe figure. All I'm going to do is just give you a sort of a 360 view around the figure, go over a few of the accessories that come with it, show you the light up features that the figures have, and just give you my general thoughts over these figures that I'm showing you on the video. So without further ado, let's crack on. So over this side we have the Sandtrooper. These were always one of my favourite Stormtroopers in the movie, and it's just a figure that I had to get when I heard it was coming out. This is the latest one released by Hot Toys from the older movies, and next to him we have the big guy himself, Darth Vader, which is a spectacular looking figure. It does have a few niggles with it though, which I'll explain when we have a look around the figure. And next to him we have the Interrogation Droid that he used in the A New Hope movie. So I'll put a pause in here. When we come back we'll have the Sandtrooper on the display base and we'll take a quick look at him. Okay, here we have the Sandtrooper. And well, what can I say? This is a fantastic figure. As I said in previous videos, I do prefer the old style Stormtroopers to the new style, although the new style do look very good. For me, these are the figures that scream Star Wars. Only because I grew up in the 70s, and obviously I saw the film when it first came out, when it was first released. So younger viewers who are seeing the new film probably prefer those over these, but to me this is the iconic Stormtrooper look. Before we take a more detailed look at the figure, we'll go over a few of the accessories. First one we see is this gun, which was, I believe it was released with the Han Solo and Chewbacca twin box set. So it's the same sort of thing as that. It's got the spring-loaded part there, and obviously the stand on the front does close up as well, so you can have him holding it. I might buy another Stormtrooper later and have them with this. He comes with this different base to the others. This is a sand base. It's got two footprints in it as well, so you can place the feet in it to give him that cool little stance that he has. He also has his field goggles. So got my hand behind it to get the focus. All weather beaten. Really nice looking thing. He also has this huge gun. Nicely detailed, as with all Hot Toys figures weapons are. I've got him holding it the opposite way around, so that it'll rest on his arm to look like he's just sort of casually holding it. He also comes with this little Reconnaissance Droid. You just place on this pole. Would have been nice if it had a little light up feature, but again that probably would have pushed the price up a lot more. This figure's quite pricey actually. I think out of the old style Stormtroopers that have been released, this is the most expensive one. On his belt he has some pouches. You've got his gun clip pouch here, and you've got another one on the other side. just round the back there, you can't quite see it because it's a little bit dark here today, but he's got another little pouch at the back, and he also has a shoulder pouch. You have to put these on. Very easy to do. This has got a little rubber band on it. You just slip it over his arm and put it on his shoulder. We spin him round to the back. He has this backpack that you have to place on. A little bit of a pain to get it on. You've got some straps that you've got. When you actually put the backpack on, you have to tighten the straps up so that it sits quite snugly on his back. He also has this little baton here that you have to place on, and on the other side as well you have this device which you also just have to clip on. They don't clip on there very securely, you just touch them and they do tend to fall off, but it's quite a nice detail on the backpack. Quite bulky, but it just adds a little bit more to this figure. He also comes with the standard Stormtrooper Bolter that you've seen on the previous Hot Toys Star Wars figures that I have. So he comes with that if you wish to use that with him. But the Sandtroopers didn't use those really. And he's got the shoulder pad that sort of makes him stand out a little bit more from all the other Stormtroopers. If you look at the body, they've painted sand and dirt marks all over the body, which just gives it that little bit more realism. You can see it more on the feet there. Really great touch. Articulation wise, it's very good actually, because the black suit underneath is like it's not rubber, it's more like an elasticated fabric, so it doesn't really hinder the bending of the arms. The only thing that might hinder it too much is the armour pieces that are on the body, but these do move about so you can manipulate them so you can get maybe the sort of look that you're looking for. But yeah, pretty much the same as the other Stormtroopers as far as posing. The helmet is a little bit different. There's a couple of subtle sort of paint differences in some of the decals, and you can't really see it on this video, but the eye sockets look a little bit green as well. There's like a green tint to them. I don't know whether it's just the way that my camera shines on it but I'm sure there is a little green tint on those. But yeah, all in all, an absolutely fantastic Stormtrooper. So glad I've got him in my collection. So I've got 3 Stormtroopers now. The other type of Stormtroopers that I'm looking for is the TIE Fighter pilot. I've got him on order. I also wouldn't mind the Biker Scout. I'll probably have to get that from Sideshow because Hot Toys haven't made that yet. And also I want to get the AT-AT driver as well. He looks pretty cool. Just so I can have a representation of all the different military sort of style looks to the Stormtroopers. I did have the Black Stormtrooper on order when it first came out, but I decided not to bother with him because if I remember rightly, I don't think you actually see him in the film. They've also made a special edition of these. They've made a chocolate version where the suit is like a chromy sort of chocolatey look. Not too keen on that. It wasn't in the film, so therefore I won't be getting it. Previous videos I stated that I buy figures not for nostalgia reasons or anything like that. I normally buy it because I like the look of them, but for the Star Wars figures, that's completely blown out the way. I'm buying these for nostalgia reasons because Star Wars is a film that I loved when I was a kid. I think I was 7 when it was first released, and that is why I've got to go for this line rather than the newer versions. I have got Rey on order though, and I've also got Darth Maul, a Sideshow version of Darth Maul, and Kylo Ren. I've just got to have those to go with Darth Vader really. But other than that, I probably won't get virtually any more from the new line of films. I will just stick with the old versions. But yeah, there's the Sandtrooper. I'll put a pause in here and we'll take a look at the big guy himself in the background there. Let's just try and get this in focus. Before we look at Darth Vader himself, we'll take a look at his accessory. This is the Interrogation Droid that he used to interrogate Princess Leia in the New Hope movie. It's quite big. It takes up a little bit of shelf space, but it looks quite impressive. You have to put the extra attachments onto it, which isn't a problem. It shows you in the instructions exactly where they've got to go. It's on this clear pole, and the base is very, very flimsy plastic base that you just push it into. You can put this onto the base that Darth Vader comes with, but if you do that, there's nowhere to put Darth Vader on the base, really. Let's get it back into focus. Again, it would have been nice if this had some light-up features. It's big enough to house a light-up feature. I'm sure there's going to be people out there that are going to mod it, that are really good at doing that sort of thing, that will probably do that. But again, it probably would have pushed the price up quite high, because this Darth Vader isn't cheap either. He's quite expensive. But yeah, there's the sort of interrogation droid. So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different attachments that you just place in. Not a problem to do. So yeah, really nice accessory to have. I'm not sure if this is an exclusive accessory from Sideshow. Don't think it is, but I could be wrong. But yeah, there you go. I'm sure if it is an exclusive, you'll be able to buy these on eBay at some point. But they're going to be pretty expensive, I should think. People are asked silly money for them. So I'll put another pause in here and we'll take a look at Darth Vader himself. Okay, here we have the main guy himself. The best villain in sci-fi movie history, other than, obviously, Predator, but then unbiased. But this guy, so iconic. Of the Star Wars franchise. There was a bit, if I remember rightly, a bit of controversy when the film was released back in '77, I believe it was. It was a racist sort of issue. They were saying that because he's black and the good guys like Luke Skywalker were white, there was a little bit of a racist issue. But then you've got the Stormtroopers, which are white. So really that sort of argument was unjust. But yeah, I think there was a little bit of trouble over that. But that's just people being stupid. But this figure is fantastic. It does have a problem with it though, and something that I'd wish it did bring. What I wish they brought with this figure was, I wish you could be able to take the helmet off so you can see the actual guy himself underneath. That would have been nice if they'd done that. Maybe in future releases when they do maybe a Return of the Jedi version or an Empire Strikes Back version, they might have it where you can actually remove the helmet so you can see what's underneath. But that would have been nice. The main problem with this figure is the talking function. Now, I don't like talking functions on these figures. I mean, Robocop had it and Ed 209 had it, and I just think it's very cheesy. The light up features I can live with, although I don't have them on when I've got them displayed. They're okay, but I think they've taken it a step too far with the talk features on these figures. With this one, if you want to get him to talk, you've got to disassemble all his clothes. There's a little switch at the back. You have to put the switch, flick the switch, put all the clothes back on, and then use the remote control that comes with the figure to get the talking function to work. Sometimes a lot of people have done all that. They've taken the clothes off, put the switch on, put the clothes back on, press the button, and it hasn't worked, so they've had to go through it all again. That is a bad design feature on this figure. But because I don't use the talk feature, it doesn't bother me that much. But a lot of people it might. So hopefully, if they're going to keep on doing the talking features, maybe with a future release, they might have a better way of doing it. But say this figure is very impressive. He's quite tall as well, so it's pretty movie accurate with height. He's got his light up lightsaber. Accessory wise, he comes with various different hands. He comes with a normal lightsaber that doesn't light up as well. The light up features are obviously the lightsaber and the little controls here on his belt. Now that is a pain to get to put the batteries in there. They're so small and fiddly. It's quite a tight fit, and it took me a long time to get the batteries in. Maybe there's a knack to it. If there is, I don't know it. But I did swear a few times because I tried to push the last battery in, and it sprung out. And of course, I sprung out, and it went all over the room, and I had trouble finding it, and so on and so on. So be wary of that. If you don't like the light up features, then it won't be a problem, obviously. The cape has got no wiring in it. It just dangles down. It's quite a hefty cape, actually. It's quite thick, and it's quite heavy-ish for a cape. It's a lot heavier than the Batman capes, so it does hang down quite nicely. But it would have been nice to maybe have some wiring in it, so you could maybe replicate in the film where he's walking quite briskly, where the cape sort of flows out a little bit behind him. It would have been nice if you could have done that, but I'm not too bothered about that. Let's move him round to the back so you can see the cape a bit better. Drapes down just above his feet. I think in the film it was slightly longer. I think it actually did touch the floor, but I'm happy with it. A lot of people out there probably won't be, but I am. Let's move in on the head. Hopefully it'll stay in focus. It's a bit difficult with black to get the focus on the camera. But yeah, it really is a fantastic looking figure. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a pause in, and I'll put on the light up features. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Okay, I had a little problem. The battery doesn't seem to be working in this one, which I found is a little bit of a problem as well, because the switch underneath is very small, and for some reason it doesn't always connect. But the other side is on. You can just about see them lit up there. But I'm not going to show him with the light up feature on anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. And here is the lightsaber. It looks white. It isn't, trust me. See it in the flesh. It is quite a bright red. Okay, sorry I had to pause it there. There was someone at the front door. But as I was saying, the lightsaber is quite a nice bright red. The camera's not picking it out very well, but you can see the sort of slightly red glow on my hand there. I will do a video later on in complete pitch black with the lightsabers on, so you can get a better look. But to put this arm on, if you're going to get this figure, be prepared to swear a little bit, because the gauntlet gloves have got Velcro on the top. You just peel the Velcro off to take the hand off, which isn't a problem. But you have to roll back this sleeve, and it is quite tight on the figure. You have to roll it all the way back up to about here, and then you have to pull the arm off, and the arm is in there really tight. I had to really pull on it to get the arm out, and then you have to do the reverse for putting the light up arm in. You have to feed it through this the arm of the cloth, and I say it is quite tight, and you have to get it just about right, lined up right, and push it in quite hard so it clicks in. But once you've done it, it is impressive putting the light on. I say I'm really disappointed that this camera's not picking out how bright the red is. You can see there on the end it is red, but it is a lot brighter than that. But all in all, I am very, very happy with this figure. Very happy indeed. can't fault the look of it. It is Darth Vader, and I believe that it is the best representation of Darth Vader in 1/6 scale form that you can get. The Sideshow did make one as well, which is a very good one, but I think this one just eclipses it. If anybody out there has got both versions, it'd be great to see a sort of a comparison video between the two, so we can really tell which one is the best. But for me, this is Darth Vader, and that's all I'm happy about. That's all I'm interested in. I've finally got him. I've waited since 1977 to get a good Darth Vader figure, and I've finally got him. So I'll put another pause in here, put him back next to the Sand Trooper, and finish off this video. So yeah, there we go with my next update video on my Star Wars Hot Toys figures. As I say, there will be another one coming along after this, which will be uploaded in probably a day or so's time, and that is, as I said, Luke Skywalker and R2-D2. But again, I'm really happy with the way this line is going. Because of this line, I've decided I'm going to sell off some of my other figures to make room for these guys. It's a tough decision for me to make which figures I'm going to sell off, but I'm thinking of, I think I mentioned it on the previous video, I'm thinking of selling off my Iron Patriot, also my War Machine Mark 1 from Iron Man 2. I'm thinking of getting rid of him purely because I'm getting the die-cast version. I'm also thinking of selling my Midas Iron Man, Python, the Stealth Iron Man as well, which is the black version, not the blue one. My Barney Ross might be going as well, and also my Joe Colton from G.I. Joe movie. That's just a few that I'll be getting rid of. A couple of damn toy figures that I've got as well, which is the Dolph Lundgren version and of the Gangster's Kingdom figure, and the Clive Owen one that I've got. I haven't actually done a video on those guys yet, but I've had them for a while, and that might be two more that I'm going to be selling, just to free up a bit of space in my detolfs so I can display these guys properly. And with the Civil War figures that Hot Toys are bringing out as well, from the Captain America movie, the one that's coming out next year, they look absolutely top notch, so I'll be getting those as well. So yeah, that's it from me for this video. So stay tuned for the next one. And I think the only Star Wars figure from Hot Toys that I've got on order from the original movies that hasn't been actually officially released yet is the Princess Leia. And I'm hoping that Hot Toys will do C-3PO in die-cast version, as well as an R2-D2, although I've got an R2-D2, but I'm hoping Hot Toys do one as well. So as always, thanks for collecting. Thanks for collecting. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting, and I'll see you guys on the next video.